rig for dive, clear the bridge, steer course 254, bearing 006, set depth 12 feet, 1/3 trim 90 feet, 2-degree up bubble, take her down, dive, dive, dive. Today at the Rabbit's Den, we're going down 20,000 leagues under the sea with Mezco's 112 collective, Captain Nemo. Welcome back everyone to the Rabbit's Den. I am your host Marco, aka Rabbit, and today I have for you an unboxing review of Mezco's 112 collective, Rumble Society, Captain Nemo. Now ideally, under the Rumble Society line, Mezco has original characters like Gomez, Kriggs, or Vapors, but Captain Nemo is actually based on a novel by Jules Verne, respectively called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now, Captain Nemo's story is somewhat dark. He was actually exiled from his homeland to the sea after his family was slaughtered and murdered by an imperialist nation. Now, I don't know details much on the story since I haven't really read the book, or I know there's movies about it, but never seen the movies. And even if I did, I don't recall. Now, when he was exiled, he was actually exiled in his submarine called the Nautilus, which he actually built because his character is actually super smart. I believe in the story he was a marine biologist. Now, speaking of the Nautilus, this action figure actually came with extra accessories, or should I say extra goodies, that refers to the Nautilus. First one is this little booklet. As you can see, it's a rendering of how Mezco sees how the Nautilus looks like. It has the title on top, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And it looks like a pamphlet describing Captain Nemo, his weapons. This looked like other characters in the story, or figures. I believe this figures actually came out already. Different weapons, definitely. And some artwork. Captain Nemo, right here, fighting like a giant fish. And it looks like he has a different suit here, so there's a possibility that that might be a future figure that Mezco's coming out with. And then looks like a poster ad for Captain Nemo. So that's that pamphlet. And the next thing we have, it looks like it's a scale model of the Nautilus, pictured here. Side shot of it, same picture, ages 18 and up, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Give me a moment, I'll be right back to open this. And we're back. And here is the figure, or scale model, of the Nautilus. And this is beautifully done. Painted in, I would say, dirty gold. And the sculpt on this is pretty amazing. Every detail for a small figure. Then it has a plaque, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, on the bottom. So that's the Nautilus scale figure. Now let's put all the accessories or extra goodies aside, and let's take a look at the figure itself. Well, let's start off with the case that it came with. Ideally, most Mezcos come in a box, but surprisingly this one came in a lunchbox tin. And as you can see, it's a really big box. I can barely fit it on frame. Now, right in front, we have Captain Nemo and supposedly a giant squid that's attacking the Nautilus. We have the Mezco authentic sticker on the side right here. On the side, a picture of the Nautilus. On the back, same picture as Captain Nemo. Mezco sign on the side. 20,000 leagues under the sea. Other side, Nautilus again. Top, some fish underwater. And same at the bottom. Now, this is a pretty good tin, and I do have a collection of lunch tin of mostly ad end products, but this one is pretty nice. Now we open this right on top, and looks like the figure is in there. Let's take a look. Let me adjust the camera. There's the figure, and let's take him out. And we have Captain Nemo out of his package, and let me tell you, this figure, his aesthetic, pirate-like, steampunk themed, semi, I guess, but this is beautifully well made. So let's take a closer look at the figure. You see here, as you can see, his head sculpt. Let me put it, hard to put in frame here. Give me 1 second. There you go. You can see his head sculpt, beautifully sculpted beard. I love the little beads, the little details on his beard right here. Beard and his long white hair. And that bandana is beautifully sculpted. Loving the little details on his head. The little earring. That makes him official as a pirate. And that's it for his head sculpt. His body armor right here. It's made out of plastic, but I'm loving the teal color of it. Very nautical, underwater. And it has some texture in the back. Not sure if you guys could see that, but it looks like it's made out of some underwater creature. Shark, some sort of fish, maybe whale. And then on his sleeve, love the little stitches here. Love all the details. I mean, it's hard to see on camera, but it looks like they're little squid arms here. And all the gold trimmings on his breastplate. On his arm, on his right arm, we have this, I don't know what they're called, but it looks like the design. Let me focus my camera here. There we go. It looks like a giant squid armband on his armband. And then going down his hand here, has a fist hand here. And loving this little bracelet with the beads, and looks like, not quite sure what that is, some sort of gold coin. And then on his other arm, he has this steampunk-ish arm, and beautifully, beautifully detailed and sculpted. Robotic. You can see the little gears on the arm itself. Now going down on his belt, I love the little seashells, all the little sea-like trinkets. That looks like a trident. But yeah, loving every detail on the belt. The belt looks like it's leather. And then he has this undersuit, supposed to be leather, but it's fake leather, so it's pleather. All the stitches, it looks like it's a mini figure, a mini person. And then down his boots, again, sticking with the steampunk theme. The metal, the metal tips, the toe and the heel tips, painted gold. The straps, loving every detail. And then he does have this pouch on the side that you can actually, if I can remove it, I'll take a look at it later. But yes, this is a beautiful figure. So next, let's check out his articulation. Okay, so as far as articulation, let me adjust the camera here again. Starting from his head sculpt, you can see, very hindered by the beard and the long hair. You can't really move up and down much. You can't look up, can't look down. He can tilt a little bit left and right, or should I say look left and right, and then he does have tilt, so you can still do some pretty good expressions with those. Arms, basic T-pose. He has double jointed elbows, although on the other side I believe it's hindered by the arm bracelet, so it could only go that far. He does have bicep swivel, um, wrist twist, and I should say arm twist and wrist twist. He does have up and down on his wrist, and same with their inner ball joint, so same on this side, but this is more hindered because of the cuffs. And then going down on his chest, he does have articulation here. Can look down, look up that far. He can twist, and I don't want to stretch it too much, but it is hindered by the pleather, and you have to be careful with that one. You don't want to ruin the stitches on his undergarment. And legs, he can do the split that far. If you stretch any longer, you might rip the middle part here. Knees, he has a double joint, but again, you can see the stitches are getting stretched if you pull it too much. Uh, he has thigh swivel, hindered by the clothing again. Boot, no boot swivel on top. Ankles, very limited up and down. He does left and right, and a little bit of rocker. So his articulation is very, very hindered due to the design of his clothes. That pleather with the stitching, you can definitely ruin it
Ruined.
if you overstretch him too much. But I don't think this was designed for more dynamic poses. He's really more of a static character, and he makes it up for all the little designs and accessories that he comes with. And let me tell you, he does come with a lot of accessories. So let's take a look at that. So, accessories wise, let's start off with this fun little thing. And it looks like a skeleton of his left hand that I'm assuming this is the skeleton mouth of a giant fish shark that bit it off. And that's a pretty fun accessory to have. I can imagine this being in his trophy room. I don't know the significance of the 1869. I'm gonna assume that's when he either killed the fish or his arm was bitten off. And the little holders for the jaw over here, those are pretty cool. So that's one accessory. The next one we have is this harpoon, and it's actually an attachment for his arm, his robotic arm. As you can see, you can actually, I believe you can pull this out. Let me see here real quick. So this spins the reel and it loosens up the rope on it. And if you do that, let me see here. I guess if you do it long enough, you can actually pull this out and then reel it back in by spinning this, which is pretty cool. There you go. So that's his arm attachment that goes to his robotic arm right here. The next one is his little telescope, which you can actually pull out, and that is pretty awesome. Nice looking telescope. Again, very steampunk themed, which I really love. Next, it's actually his sword. And I'm loving this brownish maroon detail on it with, it looks like that little pearl in the center has a key slot on it, which is a pretty cool detail. And it does come with his scabbard sheath. You can easily put it in there, just like that. And then I guess this pegs somewhere. So that's his sword. Next is actually his gun, painted in gold with a, I'm assuming, wooden handle. I love all the details in this gun. And of course, with his gun is the little holster for it, which I love. I'm not quite sure how this goes in. it's kind of tight fit. Oh, there you go. Just like that. So again, I think you see the little pegs in here. I believe it pegs on his side um, straps over here. This part right here is removable. Let's take a look at that real quick. You can just snap it off. As you can see, there's pegs in here. And you can replace his gun holster in there. Just like that. Looking really good. So going back to the sword, I think it pegs in there as well. I would have to take a look at that. And this piece, I believe this was the holder for his telescope. Totally forgot about it. There you go. And again, this can go over here as well. Now, this little thing, I've seen in a bunch of movies. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what it is called. Stargazer? I don't know. It's a compass. I'm assuming that you look at the stars and it directs you which direction to go. So there's that little piece as part of his accessories. Whew, he has a lot of accessories. And lastly, he has his knife or dagger, which looks like it's made out of either bone or shark teeth. And same with the sheath for it. Little details on it. And again, the holes, pegs on the side. This thing just comes with loads of accessories. And I love every one of them. And of course, what is a Mezco without tons and tons of hands? First one is his expressive hand. So it goes to his right hand. Another set of hands here. Right hand is a holding cupping hand, and other one is like a palm slap stop hand. Next one is a gun holding hand, his trigger hand, and a shake hand for his robot hand. Again, same details as the original, just open palm. God, I love this. Next one, it looks like to hold a sword or knife. I'm still not quite sure what that gold piece is. If anyone knows in the comments, let me know. And for his robot hand, another more gripping cupping hand. Again, same detail. Again, another knife holding hand. And for his gold one, a pointing finger hand. I like this one. So that's it for the hands. Now, I don't know why I put this last, but he does come with an alternate head sculpt. And this is his more dynamic face, more dynamic hair, and bandana flowing. And I love this one. I mean, I love both of them, but this one is definitely more action oriented. Look at the details. Loving this figure. And lastly, as far as his on figure accessory, what is a captain without his coat? And this is wired, so you can definitely pose it in dynamic poses. Down the center right here, it's wired, and the little part right here is also wired all the way to the back. Love that. And of course, a captain's hat or a shipmate's hat that actually goes nicely on his head. So that's it for the main accessories. Lastly, he does come with the typical Mezco stand. And this one just says 20,000 leagues under the sea. And that's pretty much it. So that's all that he comes with. There you have it, folks. My action figure review and unboxing of Mezco's 112 Collective Captain Nemo. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And definitely hit that notification bell to be notified of any new uploads that I do for future figure reviews. If you want to find me in social media, I am on Instagram, which I post my toy photography in. You can find me at The Rabbit's Den Collectibles, and there is an underscore in each word on them. Other than that, in behalf of Captain Nemo, this is Rabbit, and see you next time at the Rabbit's Den. Peace.